The end of the day, the Buffalo Bills come together as a team and we defeat the Indianapolis Colts 30-20. First pass of the game, Joe Flacco drops back and throws it right into Taron Johnson, who takes it to the house for a pick six. This started the game off so well for the Bills. Clearly only winning by 10. The game was awfully close throughout the game. The defense really came through for the offense in this match. Another interception here by Joe Flacco right into the hands of Taylor Rapp. Right tip pass, hot potato, and picked off. Great play by this defense, once again coming through. And how about this defensive play by Greg Rousseau, strip sacking Joe Flacco for a huge turnover in this game. Here we have Austin Johnson getting his second interception on Joe Flacco because of the pressure to Von Miller. You know, look at Von Miller get right in his face. He has to throw it up. Ball gets intercepted by him for the second interception. And what's great is that he has the same amount of career interceptions as Sauce Gardner. And to be honest, the same amount of interceptions as Kyer Elam. Let's not forget the Bills are 8-2 right now, which is the first time in 30 years. The last time that we did this, we went to the Super Bowl. Even Josh Allen admitting here that the offense didn't play their best today, but will take the win. And what this ultimately means is this was complementary football. The Buffalo Bills defense really helping out the offense. And the proof is there that this defense under Bobby Babich and Sean McDermott in a transitional year, losing Trey White, losing Micah Hyde, you know, not having Matt Milano on the field right now either. Buffalo Bills prove that this defense can still come through. Greg Rousseau can still get sacks. Von Miller is still looking great. Taylor Rapp getting an interception. I mean, we've done some amazing things. Turnovers. James Cook went for 19 rushes and 80 yards in this rushing touchdown. Let's not forget, we were without Amari Cooper. We were without Keon Coleman. And who comes through? The barefooted gorilla himself, Mack Hollins, does some big-time things in this matchup. Absolutely coming through, stepping up to the plate. Mack Hollins led the Bills in total receiving yards. And you could really see the stats down here so far this season. You know, 45 offensive snaps, 68% of the total offense last week, Mack Hollins. So I think Bills Mafia, we got to start giving Mack Hollins some respect and seeing what he's able to do here for all-purpose wide receiver. I mean, he's getting huge chunk plays. He's blocking for us underneath. Like he's filling in for Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman. I mean, that's remarkable. Mack Hollins, Josh Allen really escaping, doing his normal thing, lofts it up, and finds Mack Hollins for a huge, huge chunk play. I mean, it's great to see this happen, especially this early in the season. Mack Hollins, a new free agent this offseason, filling in for Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis and some of the pieces that we moved away from, even Ken Dorsey. I mean, Mack Hollins and Josh Allen finding one another like this is just impossible to stop. You can see after the game, Dalton Kincaid spoke about his knee injury during the game here against the Colts. Dalton Kincaid said that he could go and then didn't feel good enough to run and be able to go out there and protect myself. So, you know, obviously not coming back into the game is not a good sign, but I think Dalton Kincaid is going to be just fine. You can see the clip here of Dalton Kincaid smacking his knee on the turf. I think this is just like a pain tolerance thing. I don't think there's ligaments torn or anything. I'm just assuming this is going to be like a deep, deep bruise. It's going to take some time to properly heal. And, you know, slow him down. He even admitted it. Like, you're going to be a little bit slow coming back from this injury, and why risk yourself, putting yourself in a bad situation that could hurt yourself further. And the stats do not lie. So really reviewing the stats here, Josh Allen was unable to throw a passing touchdown. Those 2 interceptions. He was sacked twice, but 22 of 37. Joe Flacco, 26 of 35, 272. He was intercepted 3 times. Also, you got 4 sacks for 32 yards. So really looking at it too, like Josh Allen sacked twice, but he didn't give up any negative yards, which is very interesting. But Joe Flacco, you know, realistically, 4 sacks, negative 32 yards. I mean, those are putting you in bad situations, longer, you know, second downs, third downs, first downs, whatever it was. James Cook going 19 yards for 19 carries for 80 yards and a rushing touchdown. Josh Allen and his 8 rushes for 50 yards and a rushing touchdown. You know, Ray Davis not too involved this game, but 3 carries for 6 yards. Ty Johnson had 3 receptions for 32 yards, so he was also there to supplement things without Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman. Curtis Samuel did his thing. I mean, best game of his career with the Bills so far, 4 receptions for 35 yards. Dawson Knox, 2 huge chunk plays. A 34-yard reception. You look at some of these too. Khalil Shakir had a 30-yard reception. Mack Hollins, a 44-yard reception, which we saw. I mean, we're doing some amazing things. Unfortunately, with Dalton Cade getting banged up, but he still had 2 receptions for 24 yards, and I'm sure he would have had more if he remained in that game. You can see the Buffalo Bills and the recoveries here. One, Brandon Codrington, the punt returner, and his fumble. Damar Hamlin had 1 fumble recovery, as well as Alec Anderson getting the fumble recovery. Dorian Williams tied to lead the team here in total tackles, but he had 9 total, 6 solo, and 1 tackle for loss. You got Christian Benford with a tackle for loss too. Greg Rousseau with his sack. I mean, doing some amazing things. Taron Johnson, a tackle for loss as well as a sack. AJ Epinesa, a sack and tackle for loss, So Quentin Jefferson coming back to the Bills, he had an impact, right? He chalks up a sack for the Bills. So 4 total sacks, 6 tackles for loss. This Buffalo Bills defense really came through for our offense in this matchup. The proof is here too. Tyler Bass, 3 of 3 field goal attempts, 3 of 3 extra points. And Sam Martin, I mean, doing some things here, 61-yard punt. Hey, this the complimentary football, baby. So hyped up right now about the Buffalo Bills. Last time we were 8-2, we made it to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen doing his thing, but ultimately the defense was probably the reason why we won this game with all of the turnovers. I mean, just a remarkable performance, sacking Joe Flacco 4 times. All the turnovers too. I know Josh Allen threw 2 turnovers himself, unfortunately, in this game. And that's why I believe the Bills were going to really come out running it. So Josh Allen, 280 passing yards. The Bills, 135 rushing yards. So going over 100 rushing yards against anybody is definitely a tough thing to do in the NFL. And I really think we're going to stick to this balance on offense, being able to run it and pass it, but now being complemented by this defense. And on a side note, Tyler Bass goes 6 for 6 in kicks. Any missed kicks in this game could have been a difference maker in momentum and everything there. So got to give credit where credit is due. This was a full-fledged team win, and I've been preaching it for weeks. This is the best team that the Buffalo Bills have ever had. But I appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. Check the links down below in the description. You guys can get free shipping on the BNC chicken wing merch at Buffalo Fan Shop on Etsy. There's over 50 reviews, and they are all 5-star. I appreciate you guys all so much. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.